Hi everybody, communication and management communication in for students. We are almost done with module 4. This is interviews, and today is all about the covering letter or the application letter. This is the letter that goes with the CV that we did in the previous lesson when you apply for a job. So without wasting your time, let's jump into it. This is known as the letter of application. It is the same format as a business letter and should be sent with your CV when you apply for a job. This is the first impression you will make on your prospective employer. It's the very first impression you will make. So it's very important that this letter is 100% faultless. Please, no spelling mistakes, no grammar mistakes, nothing. So you won't write one letter and send it to every job application. You will tailor or change this application letter for every job application. And in this lesson, later in this lesson, you will see where the changes need to be done. Okay, so you're going to begin as in a typical business letter with a sender's address. The sender's address, which is your address, the person who signs the letter at the bottom, will appear on the left-hand side or the left-hand corner, top left-hand corner of the page. So it will be in the following format. Your street name with your street number at the beginning of it, street name. Otherwise, it will be your post box number. It will have your suburb. It will have your city or town. And I've put this in red because it's so important that the city or town must always be written in capital letters. Now, in the exam, if you don't do this, we do subtract a mark. And then your postal code. Keep in mind that all postal codes in South Africa do contain 4 digits. Anything more or anything less than that will also be marked wrong, and we will subtract another mark from your format. You will skip a line, and then you will write the date on which you wrote the letter, that is, on the left-hand side of the page. So now you're going to the other side and you're becoming a little bit more normal, not starting in the middle of nowhere, but that's how we do it. Your date will be in the following format: day, month, and year. You will spell out the name of the month, and the year must contain all 4 digits. So you will say 2020, 2021, whatever, not just the last 2 digits. Okay? Then you will skip another line and you will write the receiver's address. It should be written under the date after you skip the line, like I said, on the left-hand side of the page. It should be in the following format: the receiver's name, or if you don't have their specific name, you will say the HR manager or the human resources manager. You will write down the company name. Please make sure that you have spelled it correctly. You will write the street name of the company, the suburb where the company is situated, the city or town, again, always in caps, and the postal code. Then you skip a line and you will write the receiver's name. Oh, no, the greeting, sorry. If you don't know who the receiver is, you start the letter with "Dear Sir" or "Madam," like it is there on the screen in bold. But if you are provided with a name, please use that name. Be careful to double check and triple check that you have spelled it correctly. Students, I know that I'm hammering on the spelling thing, but not just in real life, but also in your practical examinations. Spelling is so important because we do subtract a mark or half a mark for every spelling mistake that you make. So it's very easy to lose marks here. So please just be very, very careful with spelling. Moving on. you will write your subject line. So after dear sir or madam, you skip another line and you will write your subject line. Application for position of whatever, you state what position you are applying for. And if there is a reference number, you will write the reference number there. This subject line must be in capital letters. For examination purposes, this is where you can lose another mark. Remember that we do negative marking in your practicals, so you may start with many marks and then you lose them as you make mistakes along the way. Your introductory paragraph, after you have skipped another line. I would like to apply for the position of, and you state which position, and you also state where you saw this advertisement for the job and when you saw this advertisement. So if you would like to apply for the position as administrative clerk at Montego Feeds, as advertised in the PE Express on the 22nd of April 2020. So you have to write all of that out. Okay. That's it. Nothing more in the first paragraph. You state your intention and you leave it there. Put a full stop and you leave a line open. So your next paragraph, you will state that you have attached your CV and that it contains all your details, and then you will refer to all the documents that you have attached to your CV. So you're going to make a little list of all the documents, certified copies of my ID, my qualifications, my driver's license, and testimonials. So you're going to refer to all those documents so that when the employer reads this letter, they know that they have to look for all of this attached to your CV. Okay. And then in paragraph 3, this is now where you get a little bit of free rein and you mention why you think you should get the job. Mention something about your strengths, highlight your skills. I think that I would be a good candidate for this job because I'm a hard worker who learns fast and I enjoy working with people. Something like that. You just don't go into too much details, but just a short description of yourself. This is short but powerful because this is where you have to sell yourself. This is where you seal the deal. Okay. And then in your last paragraph, you will create goodwill. You will almost act as if you've already got the job. Say thank you for inviting me for this interview, or thank you for considering my application, and I look forward to hearing from you. You leave it at that. You leave a line open and you greet them. You say goodbye, yeah, yours sincerely. These days we tend to use kind regards a little bit more. I once received an application that ended with with love. Please, for the love of coffee, do not write with love. Please keep it formal. This is a formal business letter after all. Okay, then important. And you can see I put it in red because yes, it is that important. You will skip 4 lines and you sign in the blank space left by the 4 lines. It's important that you leave open 4 lines. As markers, we do count and we do subtract a mark if you don't leave 4 lines open. Don't worry about running out of paper. We will give you more paper. I promise we will. So leave open the 4 lines even if you have to go to a next page. Okay, and then you write your full name and surname in capital letters as they appear on your CV and as they appear on your identity document. Okay, that is the end of the letter. Ladies and gentlemen, a template or an example of this letter will be found in my Google Classroom, which again you can print out. You can put it in your folder so that you can take it with you when you write your open book examination at the end of your semester. So any questions you have, you can send to yevkester@gmail.com as usual. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And the Google Classroom code, where you go to look for the templates, where you go to look for assessments and questions and notes and everything, it's XCGXURR. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you are enjoying this. Please leave a comment. Tell me if there's anything that I could, improve on. Send me an email if you don't want to leave a comment. And until next time, bye.